Good day, everyone. I'm still the Great, and you are welcome back to this channel, Tailors Soil Laboratory. In the last video, I was talking about the importance of having accurate measurements, taking accurate measurements. That it's so important that when you don't get it right, every other thing will be rubbish. And so now I want to give you a tip into one of the measurements we take when we want to make a kaftan. I have realized that one of the areas customer mostly complain about when you make a dress for them is maybe the chest. I mean the circumference, the torso, the circumference, the chest circumference, or the stomach circumference. It could be that they will tell you it is too big, or they will tell you it is too tight. And actually, you took their measurements. And now, where we make the mistake is this. So, I want to talk about that. And it's one of those things we measure when we are measuring our customers. And is the chest circumference measurement and also the stomach circumference measurement. By the stomach measurement, I mean the natural waist, the belly circumference measurement. This is where tailors most time get it wrong. And now, before I was actually taking my measurements the conventional way, the way every other tailor take their measurements. Or I sat down and I realized that there should be a way to do this thing and everything will be okay. That when you finish taking your customer measurement, they will not have to be saying, it is too big, it is too tight. And actually, when you were taking their measurement, you wind the tape around their chest and you show them, is it okay like this? And they will tell you, it's okay. But after finishing the garment, they will be telling you, it is too big, it is too tight. But in your mind, you feel like, but I told you, I showed you I showed you the tape. I showed you, is it okay by you? And you say it's okay. But why are they complaining after making it? Now the reason is this. Your customers are not tailors. They are just lay person in this queue. So they don't know what it means. When you wind the tape around their chest like this, they don't know what this thing means. Maybe if this one is 42, they don't know what 42 will mean. They don't know what 42 will mean when it is translated to the fabric. It is you that you have it in mind, 42 will be this big, will be this small. But you don't wind the tape around their chest and they think, well, it will be okay. But in natural sense, where they wear it, they will complain that this thing is too big. And there will be a kind of argument between you and your customer that, why ask you, if it's fit enough, if it's tight enough. Instead of having all this problem, if you follow this tip that I'm going to review to you, it will settle the problem once and for all. And you will not have your customer complaining about your garment being tight or too tight or being too big. Now, for me, this is what I do. I don't take my measurements, my customer measurement, their chest circumference. I don't take it like what did the actual thing I want to sew for them. What I do is taking their actual body circumference, wind the tape around their chest, wind the tape so tight, I just put one finger inside. I do the same thing on the stomach. Wind it around their stomach, just put one finger. So tight like that. And now, so after doing this, I ask them How do you want your garment to be? Do you want it to be free? Do you want it to be fitted? Do you want it to be very fitted? Or you want it to be so free? Now, when they tell me this, or maybe for example, they are wearing a particular cloth, they say, we want it to be this big. Now, I will now know what to add. I have constants. I have things I add to their actual body circumference. For example, now, if a customer tells you that, oh, let's say for example, when you are taking your customer chest circumference, you took it so tight like this, and what you got is let's say 37 inches. Now, and the customer tells you, I want it to be very fitted. From my experience, and this has always worked, if you add 3 inches to this 37, it will give you perfect result. And that will be 3 plus 37, and that will be 40 inches. And now, if it is another person who says, I don't want it too big, I don't want it too fitted, I just want it moderate, not too fitted, not too free. Now, if you add 5 inches to that actual chest circumference, which is 37, it will give you 42. That will be okay. Now, there are some people, maybe some elderly person, they want their outfit, their kaftan to be very free. For people like that, if you add 8 inches, for example, if you have seen what someone like President Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, what he wears, that kind of free kaftan, if you are considering this particular method, if you add 8 inches to your actual body circumference, it will give you such loose kaftan. And so when you start applying this, you will see that the rate at which customer complain, this one is big, this one, it will be reduced. And now, one other good thing about this thing is, if you take the actual chest circumference of a customer, it gives you a lot of information about the body of the customer. Let me give you this example. The way we are made is that our body parts are proportional. You will not see someone with very big body and will be having a small neck. Now, so if you know the actual chest circumference, you can use that to calculate the neck circumference of the same customer. But if you have taken it, if it's not the actual circumference, it will be difficult for you to do that. So, for example, now, if I take my customer chest circumference and it gives me about 37, that if I divide it by certain constant, it will give me my neck measurement. But if what I took was not the actual circumference, there is no way I will be able to divide that and will give me that. For example, now, when we are talking about the armhole depth, we'll still go into that. Taking actual body circumference, chest circumference, will guide you into knowing the proper depth, the proper armhole depth. And so that is why it's important. Instead of taking your measurement bill like this and you'll be asking your customer, is it okay like this? Is it okay like this? Just take it, wind it around their chest. Just put one finger in between your chest and the tape. And now, after doing that, ask your customer, how do you want your garment to be? Do you want it very free? Do you want it very tight? You want it to be very fitted? Especially if you are wearing a particular outfit, when you are taking the measure, you can ask them, is my own okay? You already know what you added to your own. If you have added 5 to your own, and if the person tells you your own is okay like that, you know you'll be adding 5 to his own. If he tells you let it be a little bit free, you will know that you can be adding something like 7 to his own. If he tells you let it be a little bit fitted, you know that you can be adding something like 4 or 3. That will guide you. And so I think if you start using this method, you can give it a try, and you see that it will work very perfectly, and you have no problem of this and that. And so if anybody asks you to send measurements, before you send measurements to another person, you don't forget that what you took was the actual chest circumference, as that will not be for the finished garment. So you have to add that particular constant to it, so that another tailor that is working on the measurement will not be working, because if you take the actual chest circumference and you work on it like that without adding those constants, you'll be getting it wrong. It will be too tight for customer to wear without any allowance. So for very fitted, you will add 3 inches to your actual chest circumference and stomach circumference. To the one that is not too fitted, not too loose, you add 5 inches. To those ones that are very loose for elderly people, you add like 8 or 7 inches to it, and it will give you a very perfect result. So this, if you go now and start taking measurement, try this out and see the outcome. I know it will very work. I guarantee you it will work very perfectly. So I implore you to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so, and also give this video a thumbs up, like and share the video, so that I will continue to upload more videos that will really benefit us, that will better our career. So thank you for your time. See you in the next video.